Borderlands 1 on the Xbox 360. We're probably going to shelve this game pretty soon. I'm getting to the first boss, and then whoops! Wow. That sucked. And I wasted a whole bunch of money for oh. I hate this game. You guys get back to business. What can I do here? Yeah. So I'm going to have to run all the way back. Are you freaking kidding me? Well, that turned out to be a big fat waste. Let me sell some stuff on here. Good lord. Did I miss a recharge station somewhere in there? I just, no. Can't be bothered. Okay, we're selling one of these, and selling one of these, and selling the routing machine gun. Actually, I thought we had the... No, it's the rusty machine gun? You were selling the rusty machine gun. Okay, this is how I accidentally sold stuff last time. So the routing machine gun is getting equipped. Yeah, that's getting equipped. Shields. 66, really? So that's getting sold. Yeah. Actually, let me equip something first. Just a second. So I have full health, so I can keep that handy. I can sell the other one, though. Wait a minute. There we go. Selling. So yeah, so we'll keep this other one handy just in case. I guess I need to recharge my health, but it might not matter that much. What's it, 66 versus 70? Yeah, I might as well swear that one. So I'll sell this one. And equip the other one. Just a second. Why am I spending so much time on this? I'm going to beat the boss and leave. Anyway. Okay. As I was saying earlier before I was interrupted by dying. Let's not complicate things. This is a first-person shooter. It is not you can call it a first-person RPG if you want. There is no meaningful interaction in this game other than the combat. There's no meaningful mechanic in this game other than the first-person shooting aspect. Everything you do in this game is based on the act of shooting enemies in corridors and in arenas. Popping behind cover and shooting them, running away and shooting them, bum rushing them and shooting them in the face, using melee attacks in case you get real close to them, that sort of thing. The gunplay in this game is not good. And because the gunplay in this game is not good, nothing in this game is worth doing. And that's probably where I have to draw the line here. This is a game that tries to be a lot of things, but ultimately the only thing holding it together is a first-person shooting, is basically first-person shooting. It's Doom with exploration and quest givers and experience and different kinds of guns and all these stats with gear and loadouts and all that other crap. And it falls apart completely because the gunplay does not work, at least with the controller. The auto aiming is not good. Even if you have a gun that has a high accuracy rating, like this one right here, the Ladyfinger. Even if you use this gun, you're going to miss probably 40% of the time. Because even though you really got the enemy in your sights, the game doesn't do the auto aiming very well. And I can prove that it's on because all my videos have my aim assist on. So the fact that I'm not making contact is a problem. This was not a problem in Borderlands 2. It was not a problem in Borderlands pre-sequel game. Neither of which I played prior to this game 5 years ago when I first played it. My impressions of this game are based solely on this game and the kind of experience I want to have while playing. It's kind of hard to convey how frustrating it is to not be able to make contact with enemies, but that just goes to the territory. It doesn't help that most of the enemies I've faced so far are boring, skags, these tiny little gnats, these tiny little enemies. Just scurry around and just avoid most of your shots. They're not particularly interesting. I'm doing some more bandits right now. We'll see how it goes. In fact, I'm going to drop my gun down here. Let me do that. Where is everyone? There he is. Well, let's get to it. Yeah, safety first. Yeah, whatever you say, dude. Let's do this. He's going down. Okay, we do better than that. Darn it. Do not let him get his... Yeah, do not let him get his stuff back. And he's down. Don't let him get his shields back. Now I have to take out Skags. I mean, come on. This crap. Pinky and Digit. Can you dig it? Or a digit. Gotta get in front of the gun, folks. So I guess that helped. Eat it. Okay. Any more skill points? Hey! Messed up my turret. Alright, who's next? Where is he? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? There he goes. Ah! Bastard! Well, I guess that experience allowed me to recharge my turret. Told you I hate Skags. Got him. Alright, so I got money, I got combat builds. So like I said, this is a first-person shooter, and the first-person shooting is not very good. So basically, all of your interactions in this game are based on the promise of more arenas in which to engage in this first-person shooting. Okay, that's great. Is there anything in this game that's worth doing that doesn't involve shooting people? Because I don't like the combat that much. There's no social interaction that's worth doing. The writing's not great so far. So I mean, their characters aren't really that interesting. There are no meaningful choices to make because you're pretty much going through you're going down sort of a linear series of missions. Right now, you don't have a choice in terms of, what kind of missions you can do at any particular point. What would the point of mission variety be? Because all the missions involve shooting people, and and the shooting's not any fun. So the entire game is based around the idea of being able to interact in a first-person shooter against a variety of enemy mobs in a variety of environments with different kinds of guns, none of which matter because all the guns basically suck. Let's just put it out there. In Borderlands 2, the guns were more interesting to use because the mechanics were better, the aiming was better, the AI was better, just the basic combat, the decisions you had to make in combat in terms of, just hanging out in certain areas, camping, I guess you could say. I guess it's technically camping. And getting to meet different enemies and getting through those corridors was actually, reasonably entertaining because the gunplay was good. This game doesn't have that, so the whole thing falls apart. Everything feels like a chore because of that. So if there were anything in this game worth doing, it would all come down to whether or not the gunplay was any fun. And it's not. So imagine playing, in a game like Fallout 3 where the gunplay is not very good at all, they make up for it by having that VAT system where you can pause time and aim for particular, parts of the enemy's body. So you're actually making strategic decisions while you're running around avoiding getting shot. So the game makes up for some kind of mediocre real-time gunplay by having that VAT system that allows you to make strategic decisions instead of real-time gunplay. And a game like Fallout 3 needed that because the gunplay wasn't very good. And it helped that there were actually other, things that were worth doing, like, some of the conversation trees led to some very interesting side quests, and the side quests were interesting because the loot you got was interesting, and the different skills your characters could learn during the game made the game more interesting. Because it meant you didn't have to shoot people all the time. Maybe you could, avoid them completely. You could avoid combat completely in Fallout 3 at some point, if you were good at it. But there's nothing worth doing in Borderlands 1 if you aren't shooting people. Whereas there's plenty of good stuff in Borderlands 2 and the pre-sequel and in the Bethesda games if you don't want, well, actually in Borderlands 2 and 3 the combat's good, so all that's fine. In Borderlands, I'm gonna exit the game here, save what I'm doing, and then go back and then do a game save to save myself a bunch of exploring, save myself a bunch of walking and talking. So in Borderlands 2 and pre-sequel, the gunplay is good, so it's worth doing. In the Bethesda games, the gunplay isn't great, but you don't have to worry about the gunplay not being great because there are other ways of interacting other than just running around shooting people and trying to get headshots. So the Fallout 3 and 4 get around it. Although Fallout 4 is supposedly a very good game when it came to gunplay, I personally prefer to play it like a Fallout 3 clone, which is, you know, using the VAT system. So I wasn't worried about the gameplay as much in Fallout 4, but I wasn't trying to play the Fallout 3 and 4 games as first-person shooters. But of course, this game could not be played as a first-person shooter. It's just, if this game didn't have all this nonsense around it about, you know, if we're just about doing quests, it still wouldn't be any good. If you didn't have different kinds of, if you didn't have all these different variations on the same gun, it still wouldn't be that good. Because, the gunplay doesn't work. You gotta have that, otherwise this game falls apart. So that's unfortunate. I might just end up keeping all these guns. These are actually pretty good guns. Okay, I'm selling these. Can't sell multiple items, so just do it piecemeal. Can we figure out which one of these guns... Actually, I'm going to stop playing the game, so I'm not going to make a big deal about this. So I'm not going to spend a bunch of time worrying about this. See, now I can do a buyback. But of course, I can't buy back if I save and reload the game, I suppose. So I could sell these. Oh, sorry. I don't need to worry about this. Okay, enough. So let's leave this area, go to the next one, and then do a quick reload. I'm full of everything. Oh, well. And that's why I can adjust my... Oh, there is that bunny over there above Roland's head. If I had a fast travel point unlocked, I could do that. But apparently I don't have a fast travel point, so... Again, this wouldn't make the game more interesting because the pacing's bad. There aren't enough interesting enemies to fight, and it's not worth fighting them because they aren't good. They aren't good confrontations because the aiming's not good. So I'm repeating myself. I'm just ranting at this point. So I'll just turn this mission in to see what I get for turning it in. But this is a game that's going to get sold. God, I got so much store credit. Apparently, the Steam sale ended, and after the 4th of July, it looks like Walmart was selling a bunch of crap. So I ended up getting this game for $2. And I'm going to end up selling it for probably $3 in store credit, if all goes well. We'll exit, and we'll head back to the home base. So I guess you can call this a rest stop. If it's not, I'll end up doing a separate video later explaining the rest stop. Single player. Reload. You can play as different characters, but again, why do it? They're all going to shoot the same guns. So again, great idea. Got to start with the basics. So this is a game that should have started out by fixing the gunplay and then built up from there. But I think they got it right with Borderlands 2. So I think it's safe to say that all the game really needs to do is kind of tweak a lot of the stuff around the edges. Like fix the... fix some of the traverse... Wait. Gosh darn it. Now I gotta run back to the... So I gotta run back to the home base now. That's unfortunate. Alright, so I can't cheat that way. That's unfortunate. Maybe I need to go to a respawn point or something. But the idea is that this is a game... I think it's like a Diablo 3 situation. Diablo 3 came out, had all kinds of loot, but the loot wasn't parceled out at a very good pace, so you were just wasting a bunch of time fighting a bunch of samey enemies that weren't very smart, and basically using the same moves and the same attacks over and over and over and over and over and over again until you went up in experience. And then once you went up in experience, you could Then once you gain an experience, you might be able to get a better weapon. Then you might be able to use a better weapon. Then you might learn a new skill that might make combat a bit more interesting, but not much. So it was the kind of game that didn't really benefit. Let me exit here. cancel. Let me see what I'm doing here. I'm going to get interrupted during this, so bear with me. I'm going southeast because I'm going the wrong way. Excuse me. Again, I hate skags. I have to deal with them anyway. Eat it. Don't I have a melee gun of some sort? Yeah. Just a second. This one. Either one. Don't drop it. Might lose a toe. Yeah, I don't need a scatter gun. Alright, enough. Ooh, fire elemental. So there you go. Again, would have been nice if you can aim. Not great. So hopefully the game gets better in the next minute. Feels like a better gun, I admit that. Yeah. Can I turn in yet? Time to collect. Go to Doctor... So I gotta go back to Dr. Zed now. Well, before I forget, let me at least try to explain this part. Okay, skill tree. What do I want to learn? I already explained this. Meaningless upgrades. Meaningless incremental upgrades. Like they're 3%. Worthless. 7%. A bit more useful, but the Scorpio turret takes a while to recharge. 100-second cooldown. So, no. Shield recharge speed, 4%. Worthless. You gain ammo by staying near the gun turret. Okay, but whatever. Maximum health, 5%. And I got a shield already. This regenerates 1% per second. Like, wow, man. And by the way, I have a shield that does that too. But 1%, that's while the turret is out. It's not going to be out for very long. That's the thing. It's supposed to be something that I dump in a location while I run away. But now they're telling me to stay close to it, so I can regenerate my health, but I don't know, man. Which one did I want? I think I wanted... Did I want ammo? I think I wanted ammo. I forget. Well, anyway. Let's say I took that one. Okay, so I have to run home to Zed. So now again, I gotta run back and forth between all these different locations so that I can get my stuff. But in the meantime, eat that. No. Hate skags. Okay, I got something. What did I get? Yeah, so let me run home to Dr. Zed. 9 toes, Mr. 9 toes, and 3 bowls. Okay, let me do some comparisons here. Okay, compare. Clipper and the ladyfinger. Well, I've got elemental. That's always nice. I guess I'm keeping that one too. Fire rate's really good. Critical hit damage. Okay. Surplus repeater. These are both the same, but surplus repeater is getting sold. Cheap repeater. Nope. Garbage. So those guns are getting sold. No, well, actually, let me just check and see if there's anything. I don't think there's a zoom on here or anything. I doubt it. Nope. Nope. They're getting sold. Well, that one's got a really nice damage. Look at that damage. Wow. I might just keep that one just for the heck of it. That's actually pretty strong. I might just keep that one. But I guess I'm selling. I'm selling this game. Don't get distracted, Briggs. Alright. Terrible scatter gun. Cheap repeaters are getting sold. Routing machine gun. I'm good. Okay. I'm not even going to bother with this. Alright, let me do my thing. Nope. This is strong. Because I can't aim, which is the other problem. So I've outlined my regular complaint about the interactions as far as like the gunplay sucking. And of course, all of this wandering around, going from quest giver to quest giver, from checkpoint to checkpoint isn't great either. So this sucks too. This hurts the pacing. So I'm sure there's something in this game that's worth doing. I just haven't discovered what it is. And that's the problem. In other Borderlands games, I never had to worry about that. They're a much better pace. So that's unfortunate. Okay, so let's go back to business here. So I'll cash in and see what I get for my trouble. So I almost kind of asked myself, if this game were redone, like with better aiming, like if you could fix the aiming, would the game be worth playing? Well, you can't fix the AI. The AI would need another fix. Basically, we need another patch to fix that. So I'm not sure better aiming alone would fix it. So you basically would need 2 patches, and there's no reason to do those patches because, you know, yeah, there's no reason to do those patches because Borderlands 2 is out. And Borderlands 2 does everything better than this game. There's really no reason to worry about it in any way. Yeah, it's getting sold too. Okay. Yeah, money. So I got a MIRV. Equipped to throw MIRV grenades. When the MIRV grenades throw several more grenades. That's cute. Job hunting. Go to the bounty board. Okay. So we'll make that our next explanation here. We got plenty of time left from this recording, right? Okay. So I guess the question might be what I do next after this video. I got a couple more games I want to play. But I need to spend some time with Section 8 before I start explaining that game. What's the other game I wanted to spend time with? We already did tutorial videos for the Lord of the Rings game, so I don't think I need to go back to that. A bunch of loot here, so we're fine. Bunch of ammo, so we're good there. So we're full of everything, right? Well, all the guns that we can carry at this point in the game, they all have ammo for them, so we're good. Wait, what was that? Who's shooting? Oh, just a second. Turret. Because the other, like I said before, you can't reclaim this gun, so you can't pick it up. There are no more enemies here. I just have to wait until it goes away, and then it takes 2 minutes to cool down. So basically, once you press that button, you can't use the gun again for 2 minutes. So just letting you know. So that was a waste of time. So I remember I said before about enemies not going through the door here. Well, that guy just appeared out of nowhere. I guess he just spawned outside the door or something. But see this? The enemies aren't going to attack me in here, are they? They're just going to stay outside the door. He's just staying outside the door. I mean, they see where I am. They're just not going to come through. It's like Deus Ex Human Revolution, where they literally won't leave the room. They literally won't leave the door. They literally won't go through doors. And they won't leave rooms. But this is like I said, the AI is not great here. And again, at least in Deus Ex, you have some non-lethal options. You know, you have to make tactical decisions all the time in that game. But the gunplay is actually good in that game. You just don't have to shoot people. In this game, it's just, you know, the basic act just pointing and shooting is a problem. And on my whoops, shouldn't have done that. Well, I'll throw that. Why not? Sit. And he's gonna miss it. Did I hit him? Probably not. Let's get one of these. He's not going to chase after me. Oh, he's down. So again, the main problem I have with this game is aiming. Are the skags going to chase after me? The skags will chase after me. Just not the human beings. Don't ask why. Not they're going to shoot the skags if they come after me, see? So the skags will chase me, but the human beings won't. Don't ask me why. I don't have a force field up, obviously. Okay, so now I got my turret back. He's down. So early on, you know, these guys are too bullet spongy, but at least we're getting better weapons as we go along. But it took about 2.5 hours to get to this point, so that's not very good. You get way more money in this game than Borderlands 2, I think. That's saying something. I think they just adjusted the economy so that, you know, you got less. You got like $1, $2, $3 every time you picked up something. But in this game, you tend to get more like $10, $20, $30 when you pick up money. So I guess they just adjusted the economy. See, look how much money I'm getting. Compare that to Borderlands 2, where you get like pennies every time you pick up a dollar bill. It's not good. But like I said, maybe the economy is based on smaller dollar amounts and smaller denominations, I guess. Where's the bounty board anyway? Well, it's inside town, right? So I guess I missed that. So you got to see me face these guys outside of my town. They show up every day. I want to say every morning. It's a day-night cycle here. It doesn't seem to matter very much. This makes, I guess night just makes it harder to see. But see, all those bandits always appear over there every single day. And they don't come through the door. Don't ask me why. And all I do is just stay behind cover and pick them off. And if any skags, like I said, the skags will chase me into town. Just the human beings won't. Don't ask me why. Let me go back to the board. I'm not paying attention to what I'm even saying. Okay, bulletin board. Let's see what bounties are up here. Again, it would be nice if the combat were better, but you know, let's give you an idea of what's here. What's here waiting for you. Catch a ride. So I finally get to use a car, so that's great. But again, I can't shoot. There's nothing worth shooting. Go see. So I gotta see him again. So let me hitch a ride first. Active missions. Yeah. Again, not the problem. Not a problem this game has. The quest design is basically a bunch of corpse runs anyway. Okay, I didn't hear. I wasn't paying attention to half of what he said. Anyway. He said something about something being more busted than his mom's girly parts. Yeah. I guess this was before the writing got too attention grabbing. The writing became too meaty at some point. I mean, Moxie actually made a comment about no one eats my girls but me, and I'm. That is a whelp moment right there. And the fact that I even made that comment probably is going to decrease the rating on. They're probably going to have to increase the rating on this video from PG to PG-13. Unrelated, that was actually a monster joke, but they tried to turn it into something else. On a related note, and there's also a follow-up line about, her sense of humor was a defense mechanism, but again, apparently that's always been Borderlands' problem. Some jokes. When Borderlands jokes clang, they clang hard. They literally clang like a teenager wrapping a metal garbage can outside of your door while you're sleeping. That's how hard they clang. So that's saying something. It's like fingernails on a chalkboard while banging a garbage pail. That's how hard they clang. So let me go to hitch a ride. Wait. Before I do that. See, more guys spawn. I can use my fire gun. This isn't a fire gun, technically, but that's okay. It doesn't matter at this point. Hitch a ride. There are more skags here, aren't they? I'll run over the skags. I don't care. Hitch a ride. Hey! Gosh darn it. How do I use this thing? Gosh darn it. Sit. And I can't hit him. I get point blank on for crying out loud. But that's not that. See, look at the inaccuracy on this thing. 92.4. I should have made contact with nearly every bullet I used. Finally used a catch a ride station. Is this the catch a ride station? Apparently it is. No, it's not. It's over here. Just a second. I'm at the wrong quest. That. There's some guys over there on the other side of that mountain. Just a second. I think I hear them screaming. How do I use this? Oh, wait a minute. It's right here. What seems to be the problem? Do I have to do something before I can get the hitch a ride activated? Why do I even bother? Okay, why do I even bother? I'll go see what's his name. So in conclusion, With better gunplay, this game would be worth playing. With better AI, this game would be as good as Borderlands 2. With neither of those, it's just a mediocre game that is you're better off just not playing. Everything that's good about this game is simply better in Borderlands 2. So I would argue there's no reason to play this game at all.